Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Today's episode, powered by Hayabusa, is about 5 different ways to make your shadowboxing more like a professional. All right, in today's episode, we're talking about 5 tips that you can add to your shadowboxing to make it more realistic, more like a professional. I don't love shadowboxing when you're just sitting there kind of throwing things randomly, okay? You gotta think like a fight. You gotta start using your IQ and all those different fight concepts, your coach or what you're learning from this channel, into the shadowboxing. That's where it becomes realistic. That's where you can improve. A lot of people use shadowboxing just as a warm-up, right? It's nice, right? You get to get your shoulders moving, your legs kicking, but you can use your shadowboxing more as a tool for learning. And again, even here at Bazooka, my advanced classes, we always start our lesson and our workouts with shadowboxing, so I can kind of practice. Even me as a coach, I'm talking to my fighters while they're shadowboxing this way. It's kind of like us practicing how we fight, so they can listen and practice and command and be able to follow instructions while they're fighting, okay? So let's get into the 5 things that I like to do. So first thing you notice is I have a cone. Always I like to set up. Now, this cone is my opponent. So the idea of having the cone is to be able to move around it, okay? So a part of fighting, as we know, is our footwork. So when you're shadowboxing, this is the perfect opportunity for you to practice your footwork. Whether you're working your in and outs, whether you're working your circling, whether you want to work on your angled shuffles, whether you're shifting, backstepping, this is a perfect opportunity. As long as you're visualizing an opponent in front of you, it works, okay? But one of the classic ones I like to use here is the center cone, okay? So create different footwork. So I like to use my circling, and those who follow the channel, the triangle step, right? So you're creating some sort of movement pattern in your shadowboxing, okay? So that's tip 1. Implement good footwork, okay? Now, number 2, right? Again, to make fighting more realistic and adding that IQ, in your shadowboxing, you need to add feinting and probing, okay? So even while I'm circling, I'm keeping, point number 1, I'm feinting before I attack. So creating feints. Now, again, there's different types of feints. If you watch my channel, we can do a lead shoulder feint to set something up. I could attack with the rear, use my rear as a feint. Okay, so using your feinting in your shadowboxing to set up an attack. Don't just circle and go and just start feinting a lot. What's the feint doing? You got to feint to create an attack, or attack first, feint, and then attack again. That's how you build feinting into a bigger system. Okay, the third thing you want to make sure you add is defense. Just like all fighting, you got to be able to attack and defend. So whether I'm shadowboxing, I'm moving, okay, I need to build in my leg defense. I need to build in my head movement. Whether I'm attacking, blocking with my high guard, whether I'm parrying, I'm building in that type of defense into the shadowboxing, okay? Which is perfect because it leads us into point 4, which is building in the counters. You have to be able to defend, okay, then build in different types of countering effectively, okay? So if I'm shadowboxing and then I block and then I'm waiting, no, I need to be able to counter right away depending on the defense. Whether it's a pull counter, I'm attacking right away. Whether I'm blocking, I'm countering right away, okay? Whether I move my head, boom, I counter right away, okay? So as you can see, I'm starting to make things more of a big realistic picture while I'm shadowboxing, okay? Now point 5, okay, is making a fight realistic, okay? Now one of the ways you can make it realistic is building in those exits, right? So 1, if I just throw a combination and I stand here, I'm not anticipating a counter shot, so it's not really realistic. So by visualizing an opponent, I'm like, oh, they're countering back, I gotta move. Okay, even in my head now, how am I moving, okay? Am I exiting because they're pressuring me, or after my combo, are they moving backwards where I have to pressure them? So this is what you need to visualize. Put someone in front of you. Are you shadowboxing a pressure fighter? Are you shadowboxing, a fighter who likes to evade more? Are you shadowboxing someone who kicks a lot and you want to build in your countering, okay? This is where you put it all together. You need that visualization aspect in your shadowboxing to improve it, okay? So reviewing everything, putting it together, is understanding that shadow boxing isn't just a warm-up tool. You got to use it to, one, improve your IQ, practice all the strategies that you and your coaches have been working. Perfect opportunity to, one, build your footwork. That's why we have the cone. Adding your feints and probing, blocking, countering, and making it realistic by visualizing an opponent in front of you. Are they pressuring? Are they moving? Are they a big puncher, right? I might be punching and then waiting for their big counter punch so I can counter back. You need to put that visualization of what you are doing to help the concepts, okay? If I'm fighting a pressure fighter, guess what? My visualization in shadow boxing is me fighting a pressure fighter. If I'm fighting someone who's got good kicks, every time I'm shadow boxing, I'm working my leg defense and my countering, okay? So making that IQ into your shadow boxing is just gonna help you improve that much more as a martial artist, okay? I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Keep liking, subscribing, and sharing to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Make sure you support the channel by supporting our sponsors. We have Hayabusa by going to Hayabusa Fight, all linked in the description below. We have Perfect Sports Nutrition using code Bazooka20 gets you 20% off your supplements. And last but not least, we have bazookatraining.com, all online curriculum taught by me. Every Monday you get brand new videos, which include sparring drills, tutorials, bag work, and as well as home drills that you can practice at home, all in a curriculum base that helps you learn. Here on YouTube, I give you a little bits of knowledge, but when you go to bazookatraining.com, you get the curriculum and all the details involved, all right? Like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next time here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Welcome to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA online training. I'm Bazooka Joe Valtellini, the owner here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Over the past year, I've designed and created a website to teach Bazooka curriculum at home and across the world. The purpose of this website is for you to, one, hit your fitness and health goals, all while learning world-class martial arts instruction from me. The beautiful thing about this website, it's geared for all levels. So if you're learning martial arts for the first time as a beginner, we help you progress into the bigger stages. And if you're a pro fighter, guess what? We have different fight concepts for you to improve your tool set and your skills in the ring or cage. As the fastest rising kickboxing world champion and a lifelong martial artist with over 30 years of experience, I've been able to combine my passion for martial arts and teaching to create this website. This website is going to give you some of the tricks, secrets, and inside look at some of the training I use to win my world title. Once you subscribe to this site, you're going to be getting weekly training videos and tutorials that you can do from anywhere. The sections are broken up into 3 parts. The first is bag workout. So if you have a bag at home or at your gym, you can use these workouts to supplement your training. The second is at-home workouts. A lot of us don't have the room for a bag or a bag in general, so these workouts are for no equipment needed and you can do them anywhere. And finally, the tutorial section. If you're having any problems with a specific technique or fight concept that's covered in any of the workouts, go to the tutorial section, learn the technique, and then go back to the workout, and this time, do it with proper technique. One of the added benefits once you subscribe is the forums section, where you can get a more personalized experience where you can ask questions and I'll be able to go in there and answer them. It's all about building a team and a community of martial artists helping each other grow. So subscribe now to get access to all the videos plus more so you can be part of the squad here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA.